What if you died, and woke up as the strongest being in another world? No training. No limits. No mercy. Today, I'm counting down 10 Isekai anime where the main character is so overpowered, the world itself can't keep up. If you love broken abilities, god-tier fights, and absolute domination, you're in the right place. Let's begin. 10. Wise Man's Grandchild. A powerful wizard and sage comes upon a baby whom he adopts and names Shin. The baby is actually a man from our world reincarnated into the sage's world. The sage raises Shin, separated from the rest of society, and teaches him in the ways of magic. It is only when Shin turns 15 years old and sets out on his own journey that the sage remembers that he forgot to teach Shin the common sense and ways of this particular world. And so, Shin goes to the capital of the Alshiad Kingdom to enroll in the capital's magic academy. 9. My Isekai Life. Yuji Sano works at a company that is harsh on its employees. After bringing some overtime work back home, he gets a message on his computer. You have been summoned to an alternate world. It is a game-like world, complete with status bars and skills. Yuji tames a slime monster, and thus becomes a tamer. Then, he suddenly attains a second profession, sage, and awakens magical powers within himself. Yuji's alternate world adventure begins when he follows a slime, that seemingly weakest of all monsters. 8. Blade Dance of the Elementalists. The story is set in Araishia Spirit Academy, where girls from noble families are educated to become spirit contractors. A boy named Kamito, a male spirit contractor whose existence was believed to be impossible, accidentally peeps on a girl named Claire while she was bathing, and forms a contract with the spirit she set her sights on. In order to make up for his mistake, Kamito must become Claire's contracted spirit. 7. World Break Aria of Curse for Holy Swordsman. Seiken Tsukai no World Break takes place at Akane Private Academy, where students who possess memories of their previous lives are being trained to use ancestral arts so that they can serve as defenders against monsters, called metaphysicals, who randomly attack. The story begins 6 months prior to the major climax of the series during the opening ceremonies on the first day of the school year. After the ceremony is over, the main character, Moroha Haimura, meets a girl named Satsuki Ranju who reveals that she was Moroha's little sister in a past life where Moroha was a heroic prince capable of slaying entire armies with his sword skills. Soon afterwards he meets another girl, Shizuno Yurishibura, who eventually reveals that she also knew Moroha in an entirely different past life where he was a dark lord capable of using destructive magic but saved her from a life of slavery. Can those whose minds live in both the present and the past truly reach a bright future? 6. Magic Maker. A man who dies in the modern world while harboring a longing for magic is reincarnated in another world as a baby named Cheyenne. Hoping that magic finally exists in another world, Cheyenne is disappointed when he discovers that magic also does not exist in this new world. One day, while visiting a lake with his sister Marie, Cheyenne witnesses a mysterious phenomenon that is like magic. Cheyenne then decides to be a pioneer of magic in another world and starts researching magic. 5. Dog Days. In the land of Fernaldo, the Republic of Biscotti has been aggressively attacked by the Lion Kingdom of Galette. Facing potential defeat, Princess Milhior summons a hero who can save the country. What she gets is Izumi Shinku, a middle school boy from Japan. Awaiting him in Fernaldo is the task of becoming hero enough to defeat his enemies while learning the peculiar rules of battle in this strange new world. 4. Greatest Demon Lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Having reached the pinnacle of human potential, Varvatos was so powerful that the rest of humankind began calling him the Demon Lord, both fearing and respecting his overwhelming influence. As a result, he felt alienated from his fellow humans, leading him to desire true companionship, an equal he could call a friend. Hoping his fate will change in his next life, Varvatos decides to start anew and reincarnates 3,000 years later as Ardmeteor, the son of a seemingly ordinary couple in a rural town. Unfortunately, he realizes that even after weakening himself, his strength still overshadows everyone in this era. Moreover, his lack of social skills bars him from achieving his goal of making friends. But worst of all, the repercussions of suddenly abandoning his former position have begun to bite him back in some of the most unimaginable ways possible. 3. Goodbye Dragon Life. Dolan was once the strongest dragon until humans killed him. Now, Dolan has been reborn into a human villager who is devoted to working in the fields and hunting animals for food. It is a simpler life that fills his heart with joy. One day, he meets a lamia named Selena while investigating the swamp. Selena is searching for a mate but is not good at seducing humans. Although one is a human and the other is a monster, they slowly begin to connect to one another. However, they run into various enemies. 2. Petal of Reincarnation. Striving for talent, Senji Tuya tries everything he can so he can find it. kendo, dancing, swimming, basketball, soccer, chess, anything he tries, he fails to exceed it. One day, his classmate Hato came to school for once in a long time. Senji refers her as someone who has it, or someone who has talent. Later on, he found out that she isn't just someone who has talent, but someone who took the talent of herself in her past life. And those who took the talent from their past lives are also known as returners. 1. A wild last boss appeared. Luffy's Maffle, the black-winged overlord and leader of the 12 Stars of Heaven, has been vanquished. A man wakes up in the body of the Skate game character Luffy's, 200 years after her defeat at the hands of the 7 heroes. The game world of Skate he knew is no longer ruled by humans, and it is no longer just a game. Skate is a world of its own where the characters think, feel, and live just like he does. Luffy's journeys through Skate, looking for the long-disbanded 12 Stars of Heaven. Luffy's is without country, army, or allies. A question remains: what is the real reason an ordinary man was reincarnated into Skate as Luffy's? So that's the list, and honestly, some of these MCs shouldn't even exist. If I miss your favorite overpowered Isekai, drop it in the comments. Like the video if you enjoy OP domination. Subscribe if you want more anime lists that don't waste your time. And I'll see you in the next world.